Hi everyone, my name is Natalie Montgomery and I'm the Head of Route Health Safety and Environment for Network Rail Scotland. I'm here today to talk to you about an incident that we had around November time in 2019. At 9 a.m. on the 14th of November, 3 members of Network Rail staff had to jump out the way of an approaching train travelling at 125 miles an hour on the West Coast Main Line near Kirtlebridge in Dumfries and Galloway. Fortunately, no one was injured and everyone went home safe that day. Safety is absolutely paramount within Network Rail. Our objective is to make sure that we get everyone home safe every day. Following this event, we've carried out a lessons learned and cultural workshop with the team involved in the events that day. The team have been really honest and transparent in sharing their experience, and I'm delighted to be able to share with you some comments and conversations from them showing the impact it's had.
It was just like any other normal day in the railway. In the morning was cold and bright, if I remember correctly. Nothing out of the ordinary. Then what happened.
Went out, got the lows out, tested it, had a briefing, went to site, met the lads who Tam was with doing the walkout. Just a normal day like any other day when we used the lows, it was okay, aye.
We knew where we were going, local guys know the access point with the louse equipment, and it was a walkout for Tam, and no changes to just a normal working day.
So on the day, the briefings were good, in the sense that, and I remember speaking to the course at the time, and two of the boys hadn't worked with louse before. I said, make a point of just going through it again with them, make sure they know everything that's involved with louse. So nothing really stuck out as different on the day. I heard the ping in the rail of the train coming, and then that's when we knew, and then I jumped to it. But I said to the guys, right, go, that's a train, and then we jumped to it. Then the shouts came and the sound of the horn and all that, so it was pretty close. Couldn't have been any closer, put it that way. So, I don't know.
We've used lows thousands of times, and some days we've had, when the advanced man, we've actually had him picking up 17 miles away, and other times he can only pick him up a quarter of a mile away. But when it's going well, it goes well, and all the lads feel safe when they're using it.
Without MD preempting it, we just done away with louse and went to the highest form of protection we could get, which was green zone, the possession. So we just did that, but that involved like a culture change for all the guys, because you're then going back to them, you're in the night shift. So there's a lot of difficult conversations with the guys to say, you're going night shift. There's a lot of difficult decisions to be made.
Initially, straight after it, I was a wee bit down in the bothy, and one of my colleagues said, you can't think like that. Nobody was hurt, so you didn't think that way. Then that sort of pepped me up a wee bit, felt alright until it came out on social media when I seen the photo, and that just hit me like a brick wall. Also, what didn't help was waiting for the drugs and alcohol screening. I knew I would have been clear, but still, the waiting that seemed to go on from the Thursday to, I think, the following midweek.
When you know something's happened and you get that feeling in your gut, it's terrible. So Tam went about the way he should, get everybody off track, got med screened and everything else, and we're sitting next door waiting, and everybody was quiet, and then somebody would talk about it, and you just don't feel right.
Well, my brother, he'll tell you himself, I've got a daughter stage of me, I wasn't the same for about a week, you're constantly thinking about it, and then it just started to die down, social media got a hold of it, where I stay, another two guys will tell you the same, going down the street for the shopping, going into a local pub, were you involved in that thing, incident at Kirtlebridge, I just got fed up at it.
Home life, wife noticed a difference, urged me to phone the Validium, and well, I did eventually, and that helped. But like I had a knot in my stomach continually, just take deep breaths all the time just to try and alleviate it. Wasn't a good feeling.
So going home, my wife says to me, "What's wrong?" I says, "Oh, I just tell her what happened," and you couldn't sleep at night, and it's just a horrible, horrible feeling, thinking what has happened, and even worse when you think what could have happened. I think what could have happened was, it could have been guys dead. Having a scare like that, personally, I'd rather not use Lows again, because we got on great with the green zones, everything else. And not just the Lows, but other things, you think, don't break the rules, you can maybe bend them sometimes, like everybody does. But from that, having that experience, I think everything now on has to be done right, because you don't want to go through that again.
The take 5 is definite a thing that they would do. I mean, even the protocols tell you, and you can follow the protocol, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with checking it again. Check your system again, just go at it one more time. No do any harm.
Be safe all the time, don't do anything, don't take any shortcuts, just do it by the book, do everything as you're told. If it's wrong, question it, do everything properly.
I've seen the effect on every one of the team, how it's affected them, and like I've seen, they were always good if you like, but I think they're new, they double check everything, their paperwork, they go through it, they come back, they look at it, and they're right on the top of that. And in terms of myself, it's like when that's happened, you then question everything, you're looking at every aspect of what you do.
When I had that conversation, I thought it was good to talk about it, and maybe getting to talk maybe a lot quicker after an event instead of letting it drag as it did. It might ease it, maybe no cure them what they're feeling about, but it might ease it just a wee bit.
Network Rail could look at something in terms of how the guy's mental health type thing is managed. I don't know the answers, but I just seen the effect on them, and I then had to make a decision where I said, right, well, I'll take you off safety critical duties for a period of time to come to me and say you're confident. So we left it for I can't remember the exact period of time, but they then came and said, look, we're fine to go again. I don't know if that's something that maybe Network Rail could look at, where they put a wee embargo on the time that they do safety critical, I don't know.
When you're out on site, follow the plan. If something doesn't feel right, take 5, take a step back and check it. If it still doesn't feel right, stop and help us make sure that we get everyone home safe every day.